how to read these fundamentals. Okay, so this is early morning in my area. Hey, my name is Osei Godfred. I'm living in Ghana, Marseille, basically. So this is just a few moments that I want to take to help you understand fundamentals over here. 18th June, and then there's the fundamentals over here. So okay, so we saw yesterday around 6 that there was a news. This news happened, and then there was a big flop like this. The big impact on the market. So when it comes to understanding the fundamentals, you have to know about these boxes over here. Okay, so each and everyone has its meaning on the market. When you see the yellow box over here, it means that the market is the news has this news has low impact on the market. When you see the red box over here, it means that it says high impact expected. Okay, so high impact means that it has high impact on the market. So this is what we are expecting. So when you come here, if you're a new beginner, when you come here, if you want to understand very well, when it comes to this site is Forex Factory. You can just access it. The link is in the description below. I'll leave the link over there, and then you just have access to this platform, and then you understand what it comes to when it comes to the fundamentals, how to go about it. Okay, so you have to open it like this for Forex Factory, and then you log in. Make sure you log in. Okay, make sure you check the date and you check your time. If it doesn't align with your current location time, you just have to change it. Okay, click on the time and then you change it. My location time is 4 a.m. You say the green meridian time, Monrovia. So you have to change the format. If it doesn't go or align with your time, you can see over here my screen is 4:30 something over here, so you can see it goes directly with the time. And then when it comes to this side, let me show you this side. When it comes to this side, this is where you're going to see the app next futures, the next event, and then you search for you can also search for events over here, and then it comes to the filter. This is the filter. So the filter, I'm going to uncheck the yellow box and then this one. Boss, do you know why I'm unchecking the yellow box? Because I don't need the yellow box. I need the ones I don't need low impact on the market. I need the ones that has high impact. So I'm expecting high impact on the market. So, and all these types are there, all these types businesses, consumer speech, all these employment, central banks, and everything they are there. And then there's the currencies. You can uncheck every currency that you want to. You don't want, maybe you don't want to. You don't want news from JPY, you can uncheck it over here. You don't want news from GBP, you can uncheck it over here. But me, I need all this, so I'm going to leave it over there, and then apply filter. Click on apply filter to make sure you see the yellow boxes have been cleared. So this is what you have to understand. The time over here is very important, and then the date, the time, the currency. Then before that, we come to the details over here, this side. So this is what you have to understand. For you to understand the first news, let's go to the first news for GBP news, and then you see the climate counts change. Okay, so we see this one for the sorry. Let's see. You open the box like this, so to make sure you know what you're expecting from the market. This is what is going on. So you click on the box like this. Okay, so it says change in number of people claiming unemployment related benefit during the previous month. So the usual effect is actually less than forecast and it's good for currency. This is what we are expecting on the market to hear from the news. That is the first thing we are expecting to see from the market or to see from the news. The impact that it will have on the market. It says that less than forecast good for currencies, which means that this one is less than forecast and it's actually good for the currency. Which currency? GBP. Okay, I hope you understand. So afterwards, you come here and then you make sure you check this previous forecast. This previous forecast, it was May. That was the last time this news happened. It was May 19th, 2026 this year, May 19th, 2026, which was I think last month, right? So this last month you saw that the previous 4.9k, and then you have actual of 26.5k, and then the forecast was 23.1k. So if you don't understand this, don't worry yourself. Okay, I'm going to explain this one for you to understand. So when you are done checking this one, what you have to do right now is to open Chatgpt. Let's go. Okay, you open Chatgpt and then you make sure you screenshot this one. Okay, this one over here. So click on Control Shift. I'm clicking on Control Shift, and then I need this one. I need a few things over here. Okay, this one, just this one. I need just that one. Okay. Then I make sure I saved it very well. Then I'll go to my Chatgpt and then I will open it, place it over there for it to understand, give me analysis over that. So let me save it. June, today's date, right? 18th. So I'm making it very simple for beginners, everyone to understand it very well. It's quite simple, it's quite pretty simple. So you come here, this is it. I've gotten it. Okay. So analyze. Let's go and this fundamentals. So you see, analyze these fundamentals in a simple format. Let's see what this Chatgpt give us. I want you to understand very well that if you want to understand, so we have the results over here. So if you want to understand how to, you need a recommended broker to trade, or you need a good broker to trade with us, I've done a video on two brokers, Headway. I've done a video on a lot of brokers on my platform, on my YouTube channel. You can watch it out, and then you understand more about these brokers when it comes to this market. So let's say this is a high impact rating and implement called, and all this measure, it shows the changes in the people of the enemy, whatever, high more people, especially negative for GBP, lower number, fewer people employed, positive for GBP. So it says higher people employed, it is more people unemployed. Okay, more people, more people unemployed, negative for GBP. So let's come here, actually good for currency. So when you hear the word good for currency or good for GBP, okay, so good for currency, this is what you're going to expect. It says bullish, and then actually less or bad for currency, which is bearish. Hope you understand. When it comes to the format over here, and you open it, this one is less than currency, less for currency, which means we are expecting bearish on what? GBP. Okay, we are expecting bearish on GBP. I will explain that for you to understand. So this is the example actual impact like this. So forecast, when the forecast give us 15k and the actual give us 8k, it means that the bullish, that is bullish on GBP, and the forecast give us 15k and the actual give us 20k, there is bearish on GBP. So I want to understand this. I want you to understand this in simple form. Let's come here, make it like this. 15k over here, the actual was 26.5k. Okay, which means that if the actual forecast is higher than if the forecast is higher than the actual price over here, that means that we are going to have bullish. So let's come here and see. So this is what you have to understand, that GBP USD over here is some the pairs that are going to be affected. So we have GBP USD, you have GBP JPY, Euro JPY, Euro GBP CAD, GBP CAD. These pairs are the ones that the news are going to affect more, because they are, when it comes to so mark key support and resistance level. That's before the release of the news. Mark key and support. Avoid entering trade immediately before the news. Avoid entering trade before the news. So it's actually much. If actual is much lower than forecast, look for GBP buy opportunity. So if actual, what is actual? This one is lower than forecast, then you look for buy opportunity. That is simple. It has made it very simple for us. So if the actual is lower than the forecast, this actual price is lower than the forecast, then you have to look for buy. But if the actual is much higher than the forecast, then you have to look for sell. Making it very simple. Lower claims than expected, GBP strengthening. Higher claims than expected, GBP weakening. So it says that actual less than forecast is good for currency. To analyze this one for you to understand it very well, and very simple, and it has given us the correct, the good meaning of it. So there's nothing for you to fear again. Just make sure you align yourself and understand what I have asked you to. My name is Councilor. See you guys in the next video. Ciao.